Let's go. Now they yelling, go Spankey. Yeah, we grinding, it's a lot that they can't see. They been watching for so long, wave the late fee. Could care less about what most of them think, see. No, you can't replace me. No, go Spankey. The content come through cooler than the AC. Cool. You know we with you, all these dreams that you chasing. We could care less about what most of them think, see. Right, go Spankey. Right, go Spank. Hey. We been grinding, doing what most can't. Most can't. Could care less about what most think. Most think. You can't be crowded when you in your own space. Nah. No way, go Spankey. Yeah, we grinding, it's a lot that they can't see. That's right. Could care less about what most of them think, see. That's right. Could care less about what most of them think. Nah, you can't replace me, no. It'll all be over. Before it's over, let's show some love. It'll all be over. Before we done fighting, we won't have to cry no more. Before we done grinding, and we won't have to cry. Let's show some love. Spankey. Let's take a second, let's all come together. Come on. Sapphire on these streets, we've been trying to catch her. Spankey Springs, tell us who won the team. Spankey! The grill master, it's ill chapter. Oh. No fake love, good vibes, real laughter. Yeah. Built this community, nothing but unity. That's right. Boss ladies on the rise, yes, true indeed. Boss ladies. RP vibes, what we on usually. Let's go. Black Wall Street, let's spread the vibes around. Come on. Go Spankey, what they saying when they ride around. Go Spank. No hate, it's love on every side of town. No matter what your color, white, black, or brown. Before it's over, let's give it all we got. All we got. Keep on fighting until we reach the top. To the top. Then once we there, we fight to maintain. Spankey crew, let's get it done. Go Spankey. Yeah, we grinding, it's a lot that they can't see. They been watching for so long, wave the late fee. Could care less about what most of them think, see. You can't replace me. Go Spankey. Go. The content come through cooler than the AC. Go. You know we with you, all these dreams that you chasing. We could care less about what most of them think, see. Go Spankey. Spank. Go Spank. We been grinding, doing what most can't. Could care less about what most think. You can't be crowded when you in your own space. No, no way. No. Go Spankey. Go Spank. Yeah, we grinding, it's a lot that they can't see. Go Spank. Could care less about what most of them think, see. Could care less about what most of them think. You can't replace me, no. Spankey crew, let's come together. Build this community, nothing but unity. RP vibes usually. Man, it's the intro king, man. We out. It'll all be over. It'll all be over. And we won't have to cry no more. And we won't have to cry no more.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the chat. Make sure y'all can hear me because you know I speak in low tones. How y'all doing this evening? I'm here, no makeup, no nothing, because I just woke up from a nap. Yep, I surely did. So, how y'all doing today? I'm gonna wait, see if anybody comes in the chat room. All right, just let me check some things. Just checking some things out. All right. Okay, guys. Well, I'm here. I almost wasn't here, but I'm here. Okay. I said it's Friday, and I did say I'd come Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I was out for the count because, um, like I said, I am a chief election official, and we had elections, and so Monday I had a lot going on Monday. Doctor's appointment, set up for the precinct, and then Tuesday, I got up at 2:30 a.m. and didn't get home till maybe about 10:30, and then I was out from then on all through Wednesday until yesterday. I was out. So if anyone tried to get a hold of me, sorry. I was not answering text. I wasn't answering. I did support a few streamers um when I got in, although I was tired as a bit, but sometimes when you're out you have to wind down. It's wild. Sometimes you have to wind down a little bit. Um so I was winding down a little bit, and I was supporting some of the streamers that I follow on a regular basis. And then I went to bed. So that's pretty much how that went. Um Other than that, I just been drained. I'm sorry. I just truly have been drained. So when I do get out, it's barely, but I do. Um so I haven't gotten up to check out my gaming. Um because like I said, I was out of commission. So I said if I'm gonna go live tonight, I'm just gonna do a live talk about some regular issues and everything. I really truly and hope if you were of age to vote that you are registered and that you were able to vote. Um and I'm going to educate people a little bit about that. If you have any questions, put them in my chat, and I will, you know, answer any questions or concerns that you may have. Because the voting process is it's a little bit tasking, but you can do it. Okay. Um, so if you have any questions and you're on my live, go to the chat. I think I can see our chats now, and let me know if you have any question about the voting process or anything like that, and I can try and answer your questions. Okay. Like I said, I've been an election official for 14 years. I've been a chief for, I think it's about, I think it's 5 or 6 years as a chief. Okay. So I pretty much know a lot about how the process works. If you have any questions about it, excuse me. Okay, that was if I was going to answer. Okay, I'm just if you're chiming in, I'm going to be trying to check the chat and see if anyone needs any questions answered about the voting process. Um, Other than that, how y'all doing? Did y'all have a wonderful week? I really do hope y'all had a excellent week. I really do hope that everybody, you know, had learned something from this week. I did watch the Colin Powell memorial service. I always do watch some of our political icons who have paved the way for many and who have done a great deal of humanity within our communities. And Colin Powell was one of the greats. And he was honored today. If you don't know about that, how Colin Powell's history, please, I advise you to look him up. Okay, so you can understand a little bit more about his life and his history. He's had a book out, a documentary book out for a few years now. Um, but he has served the country. He has served his communities to the fullest extent, and so he is one to be honored and not lightly. So I did watch that today, and I'm just in case some of y'all weren't aware that that was on. It was his memorial service is on. You can probably catch it on YouTube, CNN, YouTube, and you'll probably can watch the full service that way. um, so I titled this, I think a couple of shows ago. I think it was the show before last. I did a talk about dancing with the devil. And so it came upon me today about talking about dancing with God. So I have danced with both simultaneously before, but the dance with the devil, I always can outdance him because I can dance. You can put me on the dance floor and you play the right music and I can dance 24 to 48 hours straight, right? So I can always outdance the devil, but I can never outdance God. When me and him be tangled, we be doing a tangle and he beats me every time. He beats me every time and I don't know how, but he does it. Which is a good thing. So Um, so I'm going to talk about that. I have been looking at a lot of documentaries and videos on our youth, as far as them being slain and killed. And the first thing I do is I look at the funeral and then I will look up the case itself or research the case. And I do that to hear the message from the pastor or bishop or preacher who may be doing the eulogy. And some of them do the routine. The others, there's one specific, I don't have his name, but he really talks to the community. He really humanizes himself in a way that he relates to them. And he always ends his service telling people, the young people, that they need to stop killing each other, that they need to stop the violence against each other in their communities. And that's a message that needs to be spoken in each funeral service of a young person slain, because the very ones that who may have slain them may be right there at the funeral. And in some cases that has been, whether it be family members, whether it be close friends, they're there listening too. So the message should go out beyond the flock. Did I say that right? Some things come out my mouth and. Yes, it's you should not preach to the choir because they already know. Let's preach to the ones that don't know. Let's preach to the ones that don't get preached to. Not preach to them, but talk to them in a way that they can understand. um, oh, I see somebody. Hi, Miss Richardson. I'm going to say Richardson because I can see your last name. Hi, how you doing? I'm glad you're here tuning in, sweetie. I'm talking about some things. I talked about voting, and now I'm talking about a continuance of when I was talking about dancing with the devil. I'm talking about dancing with God now. So I'm going to give y'all my own personal story. I did tell you about how um, I've fought with the devil before. Uh, hey, how you doing? Yes, how you doing, Ladybug? How you doing? Oh my gosh, it's a pleasure to see you guys. I couldn't game right now because I had so much work during this week for the elections. I haven't been able to get into the gaming part, but I do have to come live on Fridays, and so I'm talking about a little segment um that I a continuation of a segment I did a couple of shows ago. And I'm going to tell y'all my personal story real quick about my dance with God. Now, I've danced with the devil several times. I've looked him in the face and then I've danced on, but I've outdanced him each time. And my dance with God is a little bit different. And I'm going to tell you, I've had lots of dances. This is a new dance I'm dancing right now with him on, and I'm struggling a little, and not in faith, but in how people perceive what I may be saying. Because, some people doubt that I have faith. That's not true. I probably have a lot more faith than a lot of people. But I'm raw and really I don't preach to people or anything like that. I'm just real because I'm very down to earth spiritually, and I'm just real. So I'm gonna tell you uh what my little dance with God is right now. I'm going through some health issues and stuff like that. And I'm soon to get my first colonoscopy. Colonoscopy. And that will be on Tuesday. And so, but the best thing is I'll be knocked out. Okay. I did get knocked out once, and that was for that microscopic knee surgery thing that I had. And it was the best sleep ever. So I need sleep because I am a actual insomnia person. So I will get some sleep. And so that's one. But I have a major surgery coming up I've never had major surgeries. They say doctors say it could be a little bit complicated. And there's some things going on that's unusual that they cannot test for. So I will have to just get it taken away from me. Okay. I'm not going to go into detail about those, but it's a serious thing. To me, it's a serious thing. So, when I do mention it to some of my closest confidants, friends, and family members, they say everything's gonna be fine. You gonna come out okay, Michelle, and I'll be praying for you, and you'll be fine. Now, I know I'll be fine. I'll be fine either way, but are you gonna be fine with the fine that I'm fine with? Let me explain that to you people. See, I see things at all angles. I have visions. I understand them, and I understand me as a whole. And I always look at things at all angles. We all have crossroads in our life. The paths are always determined for us. We are not in control. I've tried to be in control. That was my dance with the devil. I tried to be in control of when I say I'm going to live or when I say I'm going to die, right? I don't have control over that. That's when the devil gave up and he lost the fight. And of course, I had to tangle with God. That's one dance with God where I had to tangle with both of them at the same time. Um, we don't control the number, our time. We don't know the day. Y'all know this. You've heard it before. We don't know the day, we don't know the hour, we don't know the minute or the second. We cannot control it. But in all things that I can't control, that's the one thing I want to always have control over. I'm human and I know that I don't have control over it. But the control is not determined by us. So when everybody says you're gonna come through fine, or you're gonna live a long life, you'll be fine and stuff like that, it's because they want me to be here. They want me to be okay. But they don't understand that I'll be okay either way. I've already had that dance and I already know. But is my okay going to be okay with them? So when you try to prepare people and talk about things as if it might happen, they say, "Oh, you're speaking that negativity into existence." No, I'm not. I'm going to be okay. I just want you to know that things occur in life that we have no control over. And you don't have control over what is to happen. You can pray all day long, but the ultimate power comes from above, from some source that is way beyond us. And I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. And I know I'm going to be fine. You don't have to tell me I'll be fine, but are you going to be fine with my fine? And I say that now because if something happens, which, I hope it doesn't, but I'm not in control of that. But if something happens, I want to say it now. I give people their flowers in the living, and I give my flowers to me in the living so I can talk to you now where you can't hear me if something goes wrong. Why not let me say it now? What I would want to say if something happens. So my dance with God was the crossroads, the paths that I was trying to see and determine to go down. We all think that we can choose the destinies. We can choose the path. Yes, we all have free will. That is the one gift that you were given that you don't even really know about. Free will is what we don't use. I'm going to give you an example. We have the free will to do whatever we need to do to survive or to do whatever we need to do to live comfortably in this land that was created for us, for all people. So How can 50 slaves and two so-called masters, how can 50 slaves be controlled by one or two men and not use their free will? It's called fear. You fear what the outcome is. And people fear man. I fear no man. I only fear the one above. I care nothing what a man or woman does to me. They cannot take my soul. They cannot take away the meaning or the purpose in which I was placed here. And yet, we don't use our free will. We don't think for ourselves. We follow the leader, follow. And we wind up in a pot like crabs trying to get out of the pot and they're stuck because they're climbing on top of each other and they're not working together to get out. Because every crab could get out of that pot if they knew the right thing to do. It's called a human ladder or a crab ladder. But we don't work together. We work against each other. And when I say 50 slaves and one or two masters, why is it that they can be suppressed for so long and not do a uprising? It's more of them than it is him, right? It's more of them than the one person or the other person that's in the slave group that is with the master that's snitching on all of you. Why? I wonder why. Is it because we think a certain way? It's because we have a mindset of we fear the unknown. We fear what is not seen in foresight. I think I said that right. Sometimes my dad says, you must have faith in things that you cannot see. Um, you know, I have the little passage, but I do. I know that there are things that I can't see that are beyond my control that help me day to day. But does everybody else? Do you believe in what you're telling me? Because the fact of the matter is that we don't have to be suppressed in any way. No one does. And my bout and dance with God is I can't get them to see the forest beyond the trees. Why? Because they are scared of the forest. The forest could be a land of milk and honey, and you just too scared to go through the trees to the forest. I'm just using, these examples, to kind of, enlighten and tell you that free will. People will pray for me. People will tell me everything's going to be all right, Michelle. Don't doubt it. I don't doubt that everything is going to be okay. But I want to prepare you that sometimes your okay is not what's going to be okay for you. So, because I've sit there and I've watched these grieving mothers, these grieving family members of young people who have passed away and older people who have passed away and I've watched these grieving family members and it never gets easy, right? But Um, I've seen death. I've looked at death in the face. I've been to several funerals, and I don't really have to cry for the person. You know who I cry for? I cry for the people left behind because they don't understand. It's hard to understand that we have an eternity to live. Now, whether we live it here on earth or we expand to another level, that's not yours to know or tell, but that's how it goes. That's just really how it goes. And so I dance with God all the time. You're not supposed to question him, but I do all the time. We dance, we tangle, and I mean, he wears me out. Now he can do the electric slide all over me sometimes. And I'm just like, wow. And I'm just worn out. But it's all I'm saying is that I did the elections this past week, and I learned even more than I already knew. And that is I tell people every election. An election can be more than once a year. They can have multiple elections in one year. I want y'all to know this. So but I tell people every election, go to your local voter registrar's office online and find out the procedures. Read the fine print. Not only that, know your candidates. I went to both parties' rallies. I'm neutral because I am an election official, so I cannot, say any party in particular that I'm with or anything like that. I just go to both to educate myself to find out who are the best candidates within the parties that are running. And like I said, if you want change, you can create a party yourself. And there was an independent that ran in these elections here. Um, some people get discouraged and say, well, that's a person that's, taking away votes. No, this is a person who is continuing a newer party because that's what we need. If you want change and you're not satisfied with the two parties involved, then you need to create another party that can go in and be neutral, that can help with the votes for what we need to do. Small businesses that need funding, you know, um, people that need funding so that they can survive. It's all incorporated in politics. And so my when I told y'all my purpose, I know my purpose and why I'm here and why I need to talk to people and educate them on things that they don't know. Um, is why I'm here. I I danced with God in that sense as to it is it gonna work? Is it worth it? I mean, come on. I'm talking, I'm talking, I'm talking. I don't know who's hearing me. I don't know who's really understanding, but I'm going to keep putting it out there anyway. We dance with the devil and we dance with God every day. That's the choices we're trying to make that we don't understand. I'm at a crossroads right now. I can see the paths before me. and I know the ending to each one. Let me explain. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to use a source that many of you use. For instance, the story when Jesus was on the cross. When he was on the cross and he was at that final hour, before he left, he passed out because he asked God, "Why have you forsaken me?" And in that moment, he passed out. He was not yet gone from this plane, but he had passed out. And as he passed out, God showed him the paths that he would have taken if he had lived. He showed him the crossroads. He took him through the whole journey of each one and the ending of each one. But it was not his choice to make. In the end, when he woke up after he had passed out from that, and he said out his mouth, "It is done." He understood that what he wanted, the journeys that he wanted to take, would not utilize his real purpose as to why he was put here. We all have purpose. We all can touch other people in other ways. It's all in how we do it. And so I knew my purpose and I know the crossroads. I've been down each one in my dreams. I'm satisfied either way. But will the people that really love and care for me, will they understand? That's my dance right now that I'm trying to face. Um and so that's really sums it up. I'm not going to get too deep into it. I mean, but my thing is that I really do want communities to really look within themselves. And I say it all the time. Ask yourself why there are more guns in the communities than there are in the hands of law enforcement, really. Why are the drugs that are being shipped in, it could be prescription drugs, any kind of drugs, why do they go to the communities, to certain communities first? Think about it. Think about your lives. I'm not speaking to one particular race or individuals or anything like that. I'm speaking to everyone. There's a reasoning behind certain strategies. Why would one individual have the power to cause an insurrection? If you don't know what that is, look it up. We are in the Senate court going through this and trying to figure out why now. So if you missed it, and I don't know how you could have, look it up. Look in the book and get hooked, right? Because I'm not going over that part again. But we all know what happened. And it could have been stopped. What would make a group of people, thousands of people, what would make them put their lives on the line for one individual? No, they say it was for their freedom. No, it wasn't. It was because this individual told you that it was okay to do this and you would get a reward for it. No, you wouldn't. No man can give you a greater reward than the man above. So if you trust that and believe it, that's why you winded up the way you did. Because look, the people that did the insurrection, if that person had told them to jump off a bridge, we might have seen that. We might have seen all those thousands of people jump off a bridge, all because it's going to give you freedom. You have free will. You don't use it. Do you think that was using your free will? No. Why would you risk your life? And you have children, you have family members that love you, and you would risk your life. You're not doing it for your country. Your country could care less about you jumping up and down, having a hissy fit over something that you have no control over. Get a grip, people. just, just get a grip. That's all I can say is get a grip. You don't fight fair. And everyone wants to say that their opinion is the right opinion. No one opinion is right. We have to come and agree to disagree and keep it moving. That's the only way we won't continue to go in a continuing cycle of craziness, which we have done over and over and over again. How do you break the chains? How do you break the chains of this craziness? How do you break the chains of the prejudiceness? How do you break the chains of the hate? How do you break the chains of the anger? You have to really open your mind and use your free will and think a different way. Revenge does nothing. As you can see, you take somebody's life, they take somebody's life, two people gone down and 6 feet under, and you left with the person that you love is gone. Why? Because you wanted to get back at this person for doing this person, this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And it all was over something petty, something that really didn't have anything to do with anything. Will you kill over money? Will you kill because somebody has the same drawers you have on and you don't like that? Come on, mental capacity here, people. We are beyond that. We are beyond that. You're not using your free will, your mental capacity to do the right things for you and your whole community. And some people say, who cares about the community? I only care about myself and this and that. Yeah, and while you're caring about yourself and walking down the street and then somebody shoots your brains out, while you were caring about yourself is gone. Because if you cared a little bit more outside the box, you wouldn't be gone. I'm just I'm just saying, people. I'm just saying. This is a dance with the devil and God that y'all are doing every day. We are all doing it. No, you have free will. That's the one power that you have over all sources, over all sources. And so I hope that I got through to someone. I hope that someone could hear the words that I'm saying. I hope that we will reach inside our communities and say, stop it. Just stop it. It's nonsense. I don't want to see another 2 or 3 year old die because the children are our future. My youth are my future. They control the atmosphere of where we're going. They are freaking geniuses. They they know how to get on a podcast and say what they have to say, or they know how to do electronics, the gaming and stuff. I support everyone in what they do. And it doesn't matter how they do it. I support them in what they do the best I can. I support people until I'm broke, which I am right, which I am right. And that's a lot of support, people. It's a lot of support. I really do. I support and promote people who are doing their own thing for themselves to gain revenue for themselves, to be independent for themselves. Streaming is one of those things. Crafting is one of those things. Um, technology, science, music, all of these things are important to the newer generation. We have to support that. We have to instill these things in our youth. We have to support what they want to do. They only want to do the pure things to get things moving along. So we need to support them. We don't need to taint them with negativity, with evil. We need to support them in everything they like to do. Age appropriate games. I'm not saying, look, hey, I don't mind the kiddies playing the games as long as they are age appropriate to that child, where they know the difference between virtual reality and reality. And sometimes we get a little strays that don't know the difference. And so they mimic what they do on the gaming. And they go out here and they forget that they are not in a gaming world. You cannot just go around shooting up people and robbing them. It's not in reality. That's gonna mess you up for life. Sometimes you can't come back from that. In the gaming world, you can get shot, killed a few times and come back. Not in real life, okay? It doesn't work that way. No. You can't take a few bullets, get knocked down, and somebody pump you back up again. That don't happen in reality. So it's age appropriate. Hence the reason why when I do my gaming, I only stream it to a certain audience. All my pages are specific to different audience. However, this particular segment is on all my pages. Okay. Now, before I end this segment, I'd like to tell everybody about this harvest festival for the community that I'm doing. We are doing a harvest festival for the community, and we want all of you to come out. It's in Norfolk, Virginia. It will be on November the 13th. The details will be posted on my page. I have a vendor listing right now where I'm trying to get vendors who are interested in putting out their talents or their any type of merchandise that they may sell or anything like that, can come and get that out there for the community. And then it's also to educate the community on different types of crafting work, the different things that they can do outside of what they normally do. Um, you know, I'm promoting where people can come get unusual gifts for the holidays. We commercialize the holidays and sometimes it gets a little out there. Well, instead of spending on these commercialized things, let's spend within our communities and let's buy unique gifts. Let's buy something that you don't see every day and give it to your loved one. Such a unique gift goes a long way. And so we have different gifts that you wouldn't think of giving that would be good for male, female, child, elderly, autistic, anything like that. We will have those types of items at our harvest festival, along with a lot of variety of foods, vegan foods, regular foods, tasty treats and stuff like that, desserts and things like that. We're going to have fun. We're going to have some music, maybe a little live entertainment. Not going to guarantee that for sure, depending on, I have some people in mind, but we're going to we're going to enjoy ourselves and we're going to mingle and mix with the community out there and let them know that we love them and that we're here and that if they need a place to go they have a place to go to, and if they're homeless or if they need shelter, there's a place that they can go to. And I just want people to know that, a smile and a kind word goes a really long way to many people. And so when you're at the store and you see that grumpy salesperson or person who's having a bad day, give them a little smile and say, "Oh, yeah, I understand what you're going through, but blah, blah, blah." Make them feel a little good before you leave. I always do. I always leave someone smiling or feeling a little good. I like that. If you don't feel good, I don't feel good. And I always don't feel good right now. But if I can make you feel good, that's a good thing. So I'm not gonna stay on long. I'm gonna try to do some gaming, but I'm not gonna do it live. I'm just gonna go and try and see what I can get into. Um, Follow me on my Facebook, YouTube. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Discord. I'm on whew, I'm on a lot of things. I do have a podcast, but I have not been keeping up with the podcast on Anchor because I got a lot of stuff going on. When I went to the elections, let me tell y'all this little story before I go. When I went to the elections this year, my workers, the people that worked for me at the elections, they said, "Michelle, bring some of them dolls that you made." And so I said, I'm going to humor them this year. And I was going to bring one of my babies as a stress relief, because we're there all day. You cannot leave. You're there from 5 to 7 or a little after that because we have to do paperwork and stuff. And it's straight through. And so I said I'd take one as a stress reliever. And I get a lot of bus loads of seniors that do um, curbside voting. And I go out there and I get their information so I can get their ballots to them. And this time I brought my baby. I'm gonna tell you which one I brought. Oh, come on, big boy. I brought Imaj. I took the sleeping baby so that when he was sitting in his little car seat, people would think he was asleep and stuff like that. I took Iman. My little, yeah. Oh, my little gotcha. Yes. So I took him with me and people were holding him. Oh, it brought the elderly so much joy. Took him to the bus and they did not want to let him go. Each person each person picked them up and they held them and they said, "Don't take him away from us." I said, "Yeah, I'm taking him away, but I will bring him to the senior living so that y'all can see." And a lot of them said, "Can you make a doll for me?" And I said, "I sure can. I can. That's what I do." I do a lot of things, and that's one of them. And it brings me pleasure to do that. That is my little um, artist outline, and I'm gonna have to. Yes, I have to get that lipstick off you. I know, mommy, that's so gross. I know, and so I took him, and then I had to go back and sign paperwork, and so I took my other little bit. Now these are mine. No one can have these. This is Image, and I have a character on GTA 5 named Sapphire. I have a baby Sapphire. Come on, Tinker, 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 Tinker. You Tinker. This is Sapphire, y'all. This is my baby girl Sapphire. Tinker, Tinker. Yes, you see the people. And so I took her when I went to go sign this paperwork at the for the elections, and she was in the car seat, and this man walked by. He said, "Oh, you have such a cute baby." I said, "She's not real, but thank you." And he said, "What?" I said, "No, she's not real, but she's mine, and I make babies. I make these things." So I said, "Yeah." I buy the kits and I paint them, but someone did these for me. I bought these. I bought the kit for the other one, and I had an artist um, in Texas, I think it was, and she painted them for me. And some people get freaked out about these dolls because they're like, "Oh, Chucky." No, these are not Chucky dolls, people. These are not Chucky dolls. These are like real babies, but they're forever babies. Um, they're forever babies that can bring elderly people who can't have children and things. It can bring them comfort, and they stay forever young. They don't grow up, but and they're easy to care for, and they're not. They're only expensive when you buy it. Once you buy it, you don't have to really do too much. But then my tinker right here, and this is Sapphire right here. And if you go to my YouTube page, you'll see a little bit of my videos with the babies, and you'll see how I craft, how I do the painting, do the hair rooting and things like that. So I do try to educate what I do about what I do. I'm not really educating people on it because to do it, you have to really have a calling for it. It's not something. Every artist has their own style. Every artist has their own way of making these dolls come to life. Okay. And so there's no right or wrong way. It's just all in how you get your feel of how to craft. Okay. And so I do show some of my work and what I do, and I love it. I wish someone would buy my doll, the ones that I have on my website. And that is Spanky Reborn Nursery.com. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in here. Ticka, 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 ticka. There. Okay. It should have the it should have the link right there. So that is the Spanky Reborn Nursery.com. Okay. You can look it up and you can see the catalog that's on file now. SpankyRebornNursery.com. You can look that up, and you can see the catalog. And if there's a older person um, that you're taking care of, or that's in a home, or maybe there's someone that you love is autistic in some way, and these things they really bring them to life. Um, I can make the doll look like a family member when they were little, or something like that when they were a baby. It starts from infants on up to toddlers. Um, and if you look at my catalog, you'll see the ones that I have. There's only one of a kind. So once the one that's in the catalog is bought, that's it. And then I have to buy some new kits and make others. I make them all ethnicities, um, you know, all different styles. The latest one that I did, tried to image it off of my niece Essence when she was a certain age. And I got some pictures of her, and I painted and rooted the doll in that image of her. And even though the kit is sculpted by a sculptor, the kit is blank, and we can turn the kit into who we want them to be, or who we want them to look like in our minds. Okay, and so that's what I do on the side. That's one of the things I do. um I do a lot of things, guys. And that's one of them, okay? And so I would like to say that I love you all. Anyone who visited my chat, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see more of you tune in and watch my visit. And even if you don't watch them while I'm live, you can come back at any time and watch me. I had to get my stuff right for gaming because I was lagging a lot. So I had to try to figure out tweak some things. I'm working on it. But, hopefully you'll be seeing me gaming next week. And I will hopefully have some guests come in next week uh, before the Harvest Festival. I will be putting that out there about with the details of the Harvest Festival, location, times, and everything. I'll be posting that. You can see it on my Facebook page, and I may have an ad on my YouTube page. And so I'm not going to stay on any further, guys. I'm going to go. I'm a little bit weak. I'm a little bit tired. And it took a lot for me to come on tonight, but I'm coming on. I'm doing it with a smile because I love you guys, and people have it way worse off than me right now. Right? So I just want to say love on each other, love your families, love your friends. Um, despite any disagreements that you may have, love your enemy. They need that. Then that will show them a different way. Um, and think of me as I think of you, and I'll be praying for all of you as I know that some of you will be praying for me. And just have fun. Have fun this weekend. Have, joy, laughter. Get out and enjoy the sun. Um, Spend some time with your loved ones, and just have a good time, guys. And know that Spanky loves you from the bottom of her heart. Okay? So I will talk to y'all later. Okay?
To the top. Then once we there, we fight to maintain. Spanky crew, let's not a young go Spanky. Yeah, we grinding this a lot that they can't see. They've been watching for so long, waive the late fee. Could care less about what most of them think. See, you can't replace me. Go Spanky. Go. The content come through cooler than the AC. Go. You know we with you, all these dreams that you chasing. We could care less about what most of them think. See, go Spanky. Spank. Go Spank. We've been grinding, doing what most can't. Could care less about what most think. You can't be crowded when you in your own space. No, no way. No. Go Spanky. Go Spank. Yeah, we grinding this a lot that they can't see. Go Spank. Could care less about what most of them think. Go Spank. Could care less about what most of them think. You can't replace me. No. Spanky crew, let's come together. Build this community, nothing but unity. RP vibes usually. Man, it's the intro king, man. We out.